Ahoy fellow travellers, and welcome aboard for the grand finale of our epic Virgin Voyage series. Can you believe we have reached the 5th and final episode already? It feels like just yesterday we were setting sail from Australia, and now here we are ready to explore the stunning landscapes of New Zealand. In this episode, we're in for a real treat as we journey through not one, not two, but 3 incredible destinations in New Zealand. Get ready to be swept away by the charm, beauty and adventure that await us in Picton, Napier and Mount Maunganui. So grab your sunscreen and let's set sail for the final leg of our Virgin Voyage cruise series. And trust me, you will not want to miss a single moment of this very special episode. Oh, and as usual, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on what we get up to next. It's a good one. Our New Zealand adventure begins bright and early as we notice on Google Maps that we weren't too far away. Shortly after, we turn on our TV to catch a live view at the front of the ship. We were blown away by how beautiful it looked out there already and waste no time in grabbing a coffee and heading up to deck 16. Wow, this is not a bad view to walk out with my morning coffee. Not a bad view at all. Unfolding before us was Queen Charlotte Sound, a stunning natural inlet located in the Marlborough Sounds region of the South Island. It's a stunningly beautiful area with deep blue waters, lush forests, rolling hills, and lots of marine life. Exactly what you'd picture when thinking of New Zealand. The Sound is named after Queen Charlotte, the wife of King George III of England. Here you can partake in a variety of outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, kayaking, which we do very shortly, and boating. Oh, and if you love hiking, the Queen Charlotte Track is apparently a must-do here, and one we'd love to tick off ourselves. It's a renowned multi-day hiking trail winding its way along the coastline, offering spectacular views of the surrounding landscape. The main town in the area here is Picton, which serves as a gateway to Queen Charlotte Sound, and it's exactly where we're heading for the day. We are so excited to show off a little bit of New Zealand. We're going to compact this all into one video as we have done quite a lot of travel throughout New Zealand before on our New Zealand van life series. If you haven't watched that, I'll link it just up here. You can go and take a watch of that. We traveled through New Zealand for a month in a van and we tick off a lot of things. So if you are looking for a few ideas on what to do for your holiday in New Zealand, definitely recommend going to watch that. In this video, we're going to be visiting, of course, Picton, Napier and Tauranga. No shore excursions planned during these 3 stops. We have, however, got one booked activity while here in Picton today. We did opt to book with a separate provider as we did find it was a lot cheaper, and it's a special cruise ship excursion tour group. So they're going to make sure that we are on time, back and ready for our ship. That is the risk, I guess, with booking with an independent tour provider, is that they're not necessarily liable for the time that you're at port, but this group, of course, have guaranteed that we're going to be back in time for when our ship leaves. We have just arrived in Picton and there is quite a hold up in the hallways and around the elevators. Seems like they're taking a bit of time to sort of get ready to leave the ship, so we've decided to come up here, just enjoy the view until we can eventually make our way down and out of the ship. We're catching a shuttle. We're not quite in Picton city centre right now, but we are getting a shuttle from our boat. It looks like it might be about 5 to 10 minutes into the city centre. We've got a little bit of time to roam around before we jump in our activity today, and I cannot wait to show you that when it happens. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it may be something we have already ticked off in New Zealand once before in a different location. Let's go and see what Picton is all about. Alright, it looks like the crew have started to let the passengers off. Gonna go get our shuttles and make our way to Picton Town Centre. And this is Picton. Picton, everybody. It's a picturesque coastal town known for its scenic harbour, waterfront cafes, and as the starting point for the Queen Charlotte track. Picton is also a very important transportation hub, connecting the South Island to the North Island via the Inter-Islander ferry that operates between Picton and Wellington, which we've actually done before in this video here, if you're curious about what it's like.
This is New Zealand coffee right here.
New Zealand coffee right here. Picton is, it's quite picturesque, isn't it?
Yep.
We were picked up right on time from our tour guides and taken to a place called Nakuta Bay, where we were to begin our half-day kayaking adventure. We were geared up in our sweet outfits, Ludwig did a twirl, and we were on our way to see some of the best views the Marlborough Sounds has to offer.
Kia ora, and welcome to Picton. Currently kayaking with the Queen's Charlotte Sound with sea kayaking tours. It really is great fun. So far we've seen a pied shag who we learned can hold their breath for 3 minutes. And we saw a stingray, eagle ray.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, he's so big.
Oh my god. When visiting New Zealand, you may hear of something called kina. This is the Māori term for sea urchins. They're these spiky little creatures you'll find in the ocean, and some people really enjoy eating their roe. It's like a gourmet treat for seafood lovers, and traditionally it was a very important food source for Māori communities. Plus, they're also pretty fascinating to look at if you ever get the chance to see one up close.
And just keep your pedal straight along with the boat. Yeah, nice. You look so bulky from behind in that jacket. You look so bulky.
So, I must address why I look so bulky right now. I am wearing SPF 50, but I get sunburned really easily, so no choice to look like a sumo wrestler for today. Ludwig looks cool though. I'm saying I look like a sumo wrestler. Yeah. This was a fantastic kayak tour, one filled with endless information, incredible views, and of course, a lot of fun. To our surprise, we were the only ones booked on today's excursion, and it felt like a VIP tour the whole day, having our own guide. This brought back memories when we got a surprising VIP tour in Rotorua when we whitewater rafted the highest commercially rafted waterfall, boasting a mighty 7-meter drop down Tutia Falls. We also made a video about this one, by the way. We can definitely recommend sea kayaking adventures if you're looking for a friendly and very professional kayaking tour in the Marlborough Sounds. Upon returning to the ship in plenty of time, I might add, we began to make our way back out of Queen Charlotte Sound. A nice little bonus here as well, Virgin decided to host a sail away party while drifting through this magical part of New Zealand, complete with complimentary champagne and a DJ. Before we dive into our next exciting day in New Zealand, let's take a look at how handy today's video sponsor is.
Are you tired of restless nights? Do you need your beauty sleep just like me? Introducing Manta Sleep, the ultimate solution for uninterrupted sleep, no matter what your almost wife is up to. With my Manta Sleep mask, I block out all the distractions and drift into a deep, rejuvenating beauty sleep. And that's not all. Along with my sleep mask kit, I got earplugs. Experience the difference with Manta Sleep. Order yours today and wake up refreshed no matter what the night brings. And here's the best part. Use code Chloe and Ludwig for an exclusive 10% off. Just click the link below to get yours. Manta Sleep, your ticket to an uninterrupted sleep.
Today we head to a brand new destination, as overnight we made our way all the way up to the North Island.
Kia ora. Welcome to Napier. First stop, laundry, because I literally have one pair of undies left.
All right, laundromat, tick. We just didn't want to spend another $30 US on laundry. But welcome to Napier. This is a new place in New Zealand for both Ludwig and I. Even during our 1 month van trip around the whole of New Zealand, we didn't make it to Napier. We kind of had to choose which direction to drive up the North Island. We ended up going on the Taranaki side. We're now in Napier, the beautiful Hawke's Bay located on the east coast of the North Island. Now this region is really well known for its wines, especially white wine we've heard. There were a bunch of off-ship excursions today that did involve a long day tasting wines. Ludwig is not such a big fan of wines, so I didn't want to drag him along to one of those with me. I thought instead we would just take the day to roam around the streets and just take it all in. One thing I have noticed straight away about Napier is that the architecture is absolutely stunning, and it's like nowhere else I've seen in New Zealand basically. The buildings are very Art Deco, and I didn't realize this, but according to Google, Napier is the Art Deco capital of the world. And according to Google, there are 140 Art Deco buildings, doors, sculptures and more in this town. It's absolutely beautiful, and of course there are a bunch of awesome little coffee shops. I have found one that looks particularly cool. It's like a little Whole Foods organic style vibe. It is beautiful. It looks like a big old warehouse with huge pillars inside, beautiful colors and artwork, and it looks like they have some great coffee and some great treats. So I say we start off there and then we just wander the streets and admire the architecture. Riveting day in Napier. But actually that was not sarcastic at all. I'm having so much fun looking around at these buildings here. It is a beautiful city.
Beautiful.
We found out that Napier's extensive collection of Art Deco architecture and its unique style emerged after the city was rebuilt following a devastating earthquake in 1931. And if this kind of thing really piques your interest, there is an Art Deco centre here, filled with tons of Art Deco goodies, daily guided walks, and even vintage car tours. A little note for Napier, holy moly, we're here at the start of January and it is absolutely scorching hot. Like, the air is so hot, it's like kind of hard to breathe. It feels like a sauna or a steam room almost. You can feel the heaviness of the heat in the air. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's gross. Just beware. Wasn't expecting that. The waterfront walk looks stunning. We're not going to walk the whole thing because Ludwig's got this nice big bag of laundry. But when you come here and you've got a little bit more time, this looks like a stunning walk, and you've got amazing views of those mountains and cliffs over there.
Well, that's Napier, everyone. Cool beaches, artsy, good smoothies, and a laundromat. This about wraps up our time here. We're about to head back to the ship, where we have a very special, different, I don't know yet. It's a dinner. Experimental. That's a good word for it. I don't know what it is. Dinner. Oh, sorry. It's a dinner, yeah. Let's see what that's all about.
And it was time we bid farewell to this beautiful city as we set sail once more. Bon voyage, Napier, until we meet again. And with that, we get ready for dinner. Tonight's evening meal was a long-awaited one. We had ticked off every restaurant on board thus far, apart from the test kitchen. Unlike traditional cruise ship dining experiences, the test kitchen is a unique and futuristic restaurant that pushes the boundaries of traditional dining. Here they feature experimental dishes that showcase innovative cooking techniques and unexpected flavor combinations. Guests can expect to encounter culinary creations that challenge their taste buds and perceptions of food. Upon entering, we were handed a welcome drink, a palate cleanser of sorts, and promptly seated in the very laboratory-like bar zone. This was actually a great spot to witness the chefs place the final touches on meals. All of the cocktails here sounded very fun and creative, and I opted for the ginger sour. This was so refreshing and a delicious choice. Ahead of us, we noticed a very simple menu. Our waitress explained that the meals we were about to experience will have these ingredients but won't necessarily be what we are expecting. And as neither of us eat red meat, we were to be swapping out the venison beef course for a vegetarian tart. Alright, first of 6 courses, the mushroom. It came out looking just like a mushroom, but turns out it was more of a buttery jelly mousse concoction, served with crouton bread. What do you reckon?
It's the weirdest mushroom I've ever had. It tastes like fluffy garlic butter, but mushroom flavored.
No way. Second course was the egg, and this dish felt like we were in Harry Potter. This was very exciting and smelled very smoky. It definitely gave the egg and peas a smoky taste.
This bread is made out of Guinness beer. What?
So apparently you want to smash the peas up, mix it with the yolk, and then apply it
To the Guinness bread.
Third was scallops, which were very seawatery tasting. And since Ludwig doesn't like these, he got something else.
Ludwig is having gazpacho asparagus something or other, and he says it's delicious.
Oh, and I guess at some point we were handed this tomato gazpacho. Fourth course was our vegetable tart, which was mainly filled with cauliflower, but it didn't taste like just any tart. It definitely had a unique flavor about it. And if you saw our Day at Sea video, you'll already know about this little dish. The 20-hour cooked 17-layer potato. It was like lots of little tiny slithers of potato with a ton of butter, and it just melted in your mouth. This was definitely my highlight of the evening. Fifth course, it was blue cheese time. As we are both huge blue cheese lovers, we were very excited about this dish. Turns out we were served blue cheese, but in ice cream form.
Blue cheese ice cream with candied pecans, all the way from France.
We had no idea what to expect. I feel like the first couple of bites were really tasty.
Actually, this was really good.
But it was just so rich and so flavoursome, I couldn't even finish this tiny meal. The waitress did mention it was very heavy on the cream, and Ludwig was just confused. Our sixth and final dish was dessert. And all our menu said was chocolate, so it really gave nothing away. We were surprised to be handed a chocolate cake. It appeared to have decorations that resemble coral in the ocean, which was really pretty. Everything we'd been handed tonight was just so well presented. They do a fantastic job.
Very rich.
Our waitress was amazing at explaining everything we were being served. She knew all of the answers to our questions, and it definitely felt like more of an interactive experiment with our waitress and others we were sat with, rather than a regular sit-down meal. Although Ludwig had definitely enjoyed the taste of the food more than I did, it was honestly so much fun, and we were both really glad we went. Upon leaving Test Kitchen, the ship had been transformed into red everything. We learned that tonight was a special celebration called Scarlet Night, with interesting things happening all around the ship. During Scarlet Night, passengers are encouraged to dress up in their most glamorous red attire.
I feel like every single person on the cruise knew to pack red clothing, except us. I don't know how we didn't know this. Maybe we didn't read the packing instructions properly.
And enjoy a night of festivities, music and entertainment. I luckily found some red pants lingering in my suitcase, and Ludwig, well, he didn't really have anything red, so he wore this. The atmosphere around the place was vibrant and super lively. The crew were all really going out of their way to create an unforgettable experience for guests. There were pop-up DJs in the cafe, so cool. There was karaoke, photo booths dotted around the place, theatre shows and quirky decorations everywhere, like these giant fish and this even more giant octopus out by the pool. As we continue onward to our next and final destination in New Zealand, we experience one last sea day. If you missed our last episode, we filmed a day in the life at sea aboard a Virgin voyage. So if you're curious to see what a sea day is like, definitely come and join us on that episode after this. On this particular sea day, we ate at Razzle Dazzle for brunch and dinner. We were just in the mood for comfort food all day long. We ate creamy tomato soup with grilled cheese, Impossible burgers, fries, and even fairy bread. Never heard of this treat? Well, we showed you Vegemite the other day in Sydney. Another delicacy over this side of the world is fairy bread. Growing up in New Zealand, this would be featured at every single kid's birthday party, and I don't think I've eaten it since I was like 10, so it was quite nostalgic for me. Basically, it's a piece of bread slathered with butter and topped with hundreds and thousands, which is basically sprinkles in down under slang. And it was perfection. Absolutely delicious. I loved it. Ludwig not so much. Comment below if this is something you'd like to try. Or not try.
So we're walking back from breakfast and one of Chloe's fairy toast sprinkles escaped.
Last day off the ship before we hop off permanently. Mount Maunganui, often simply referred to as the Mount, is a coastal town located in the Bay of Plenty region on the North Island, New Zealand. It's situated adjacent to the city of Tauranga and is known for its stunning beach, picturesque mountain, and real holiday vibes. The town's centerpiece is Mount Maunganui itself, an extinct volcanic cone that rises 232 meters above sea level. The summit offers breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding area and is a popular hike for visitors and locals. The main attraction of the mount is its beautiful beach, which stretches for several kilometers and offers excellent swimming, surfing and sunbathing. The area is also known for its cafe culture, like so many places here in New Zealand, which I am not complaining about. It's got numerous restaurants, bars and shops lining the streets near the beach, and a whole bunch of hotels too.
Oh, classic fish and chips, as we like to say in New Zealand. Fish and chips, as they say in Australia. Fish and chips, as they say in Swedish accent.
Fiskopommes.
Fiskopommes.
Well, this is our final destination, not only in New Zealand, but on the whole cruise. We literally hop off tomorrow. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks since we jumped on board. Today, we are spending the whole day in Mount Maunganui. On the agenda, it says that we're stopping in Tauranga, which is a little bit of a different city to Mount Maunganui. To our surprise, we've literally docked up right here in Mount Maunganui. Behind me is the famous mount. If you come to Mount Maunganui, this is what you're gonna hear all about. Either you can walk all the way up to the top to get the most amazing views of the mount, or you can walk around, which is what I've done before, for incredible views all the way around.
So you're telling me that that is Mount Maunganui, that little hill that I've been hearing about for years, that
Yep, that's it.
pebble on the end of the road.
Once again, we've not booked any shore excursions. I've personally been here so many times as a child, and it's going to be actually quite fun to bring Ludwig along because it's his very first time coming to Mount Maunganui. We've been given a little map so we can kind of maybe head to a few places that we've not been to before. So I think first on the agenda for today, we're going to try and make our way up the top of the mount. Apparently it's going to take about 45 minutes to get up, and then we're going to probably get a coffee. If it's up to me, I think we'll be getting a coffee. How does that sound for you, Ludwig?
Great.
Ludwig, can we do that?
Sure.
Right next to the beach in Mount Maunganui as well is a rather large campground. They've got a lot of little sort of tiny home looking things, a lot of caravans, a lot of tents. It looks like people might come here and build quite the permanent setup to stay here for most of the summer, I'd say. So we can either choose to walk around it, I believe going that way, or we can choose to head to the summit and go that way. Today, taking Ludwig to walk to the summit. I don't know where this extra burst of energy has come from, but Ludwig is absolutely hooning it. If you haven't heard of the words hooning it, it just basically means taking off, wasting no time. There it goes. I can't keep up today. My excuse is that I'm filming everything. I'm filming!
Come on, Joy, keep up. Let's go.
Insane views the whole way up.
We've already been walking for like 15 minutes, constantly uphill. Why do we feel the need to tell people that scooters aren't allowed at this point? If you've already brought your scooter all the way up here, good on you.
I left my scooter outside the dairy.
Next minute.
Three, two, one. No! Start over here.
Oh my God.
3, 2, 1. Oh my God, Ludwig. Oh my. Are you joking? No, is there something right below you? Ludwig! Ludwig!
So this is the summit. Sweaty 35-minute incline. Worth it. Definitely worth it. Look at the views. Great. Now my legs are sore. Chloe wants a cup of coffee, so back down we head. Straight down. After coffee, we're gonna go to the blowhole, which is apparently over there. No clue what it is, but they say we gotta go there, so let's skedaddle.
If you're gonna come on this hike, very much make sure you're wearing fitness shoes, fitness clothes. You've got some water, sunscreen, a hat, sunglasses. Although it's a short hike, it's pretty strenuous. Uphill majority of the way, so definitely come prepared. Especially if you're gonna come here in summer, it is rather hot, as you can tell with Mr. Hergland over here. This afternoon we have come back to the ship because it is so convenient. Come back here to have some lunch. We've noticed that during a day at port we do actually mostly come back to the ship for lunch if it's close by. It has been close by most of the time. Just saves us a bit of money. And the food is so delicious, we don't really want to miss out. And this is our last day on the ship, so just making the most of the food really.
We noticed there was just 2 places on the whole ship we hadn't eaten at yet. First was the Sun Club Cafe. It's an unassuming little spot out on deck 16 near Richard's rooftop. Its focus is Hawaiian-inspired poke bowls, along with a few other goodies such as bell buns and spicy popcorn. And second is the ice block truck in the galley.
Today is the day we finally have an ice block. And back out we go.
Post-lunch, we grab a quick coffee because it would be rude not to. We've kept it up thus far in New Zealand and I think it's a trend I would like to keep. A short walk from the Mount Main beach, taking around 5 to 10 minutes, you can walk along a little island called Motariki. It's a pleasant walk suitable for most. A rocky cliff edge gives us our final viewpoint at the end of the island looking down at the rock pools below. On a high swell day, this would usually be a great place to watch the water shooting into the air from blowholes. But today the water seemed a little calmer, making it more peaceful just to hang out here. Motariki is a popular fishing spot and has to offer some of the best views of the mount.
Alright team, that brings us to the end of our little New Zealand video. I hope you enjoyed our cruising around a few spots in New Zealand, and I hope you enjoyed the cruise series as a whole. It was really fun to film. We have officially finished our 2 weeks on board. We hop off tomorrow morning at 7:30. We had an option of some different times we were able to disembark, ranging from around 7:30 in the morning until around 10:30 in the morning. So a couple of different options. We chose quite early as we are straight back into work tomorrow. If you do have the opportunity to come here to the Mount one day, definitely recommend. It has probably been my favourite stop in New Zealand so far, just because it is so beautiful. The water is such an awesome colour. We got to do a hike. That's probably a big reason why I loved it so much. They've of course got great coffees. There are tons of hotels around here. It's a really nice sort of a weekend getaway vibe. Nothing too crazy, really relaxed. Tonight we've got one quick little sort of show, whether that be circusy or like a Broadway show, I'm not quite sure. One last show of the evening, or one last show of the cruise from 10 p.m. till 11 p.m. and I'm telling you, Ludwig's not too excited about that time frame. But thanks for watching. I'm going to leave you with Ludwig to share his last few words.
I didn't just spend 2 weeks on a boat for you not to click that subscribe button. Don't be lazy, just do it. Thank you.